graphics card machine, like these machines that we pay $4,000 for, would be the most amazing gaming computers in the world. We can sell these if we want to when it changes to proof of stake for 80 to 90% of what we bought them for. Even if it's 2 or 3 years from now, we can get 80 to 90% of what we paid for them, and we can give a rebate to the members. There's 20 coins that are very profitable that we, if it changed from proof of work to proof of stake, we can put them on these other coins. Now people who have the Ethereum shares will start getting a different coin. If there's nothing that's profitable, we can sell them, get money back, and give rebates to everybody. So, but it's very limited, so we can't set it up as a long-term thing. So, yep. Yes.
I have 2 questions.
Huh?
One is on the debit card.
No debit card. We have a debit card. Problem is the bank. So they thought they were going to get applications from 3 or 4 different countries from us. They got applications from like 60 countries from us. A lot of them were coming from Malaysia. The bank didn't speak Malay. They came from Korea. They didn't speak Korean. They from all these countries are like, we don't know where these are from. We can't read anything on these applications. So they started hiring all these people, trying to handle everything. It bogged them down, and they were handling everything for it. So if a support ticket came in, they had their own admin login for the support tickets for the cards, and they wouldn't answer them for 2 weeks. So everybody's, Russ, support doesn't answer tickets. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what's the username? I go look it up, I'm like, oh, it's about the debit card. So they're making us look bad. It's just issue after issue after issue with them. So we were just like, right. So, I would much rather just tell you some good debit cards and let you get your own debit card. Sorry it doesn't have a BitCoin Network logo on it, but there's some that work really great. Zappo is probably the best one. No? In Europe and Malaysia, great.
Zappo is blocking South African people for now.
Well, you know what? They block people from America also. I can't have one.
Can I just give feedback on that?
Yes,
That's
please.
misunderstanding. Zappo is good.
Yeah.
The only reason why, and it's not just South Africa, it's anywhere in the world. Zappo, remember when you received your card?
Yes.
You uploaded your FICA documents. That was for the service provider,
Yes.
which is the My Choice card.
Yes.
The Zappo, the company, was never FICA'd. So they were now stamped now this past few months. That's why all of us now received an email of information that you have to upload your FICA documents. So you are now FICA'd with Zappo, the company itself, and the card when you receive was FICA'd at that time. So Zappo is nothing wrong with this. Okay, there's nothing wrong with Zappo. You must just follow the route. Just upload your FICA documents and you will be approved. There was a lot of volumes.
Yes.
That's why it's waiting 2 to 3 weeks. But there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, no, Zappo. My friends in Europe, they love
No,
it.
Zappo is there's just a pipeline. You just have to go through the pipeline.
BitCoin? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Look, ANXBTC. All right, so look, there's ANXBTC that's in Hong Kong, Zappo. There's a few. Just go and put in BitCoin debit card on Google, and you'll find some different ones. There might be ones that I don't even know. Yeah, so there's Wire, XAPP, never heard of that. Spectre Coin, never heard of that.
How's the number?
I don't know, I never heard of them. There's Zappo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
The big thing, something about Zappo cards, why people have problems here, or why they might get blocked,
Yeah.
is because they do things like Ponzi's and whatever, and when they suspect you do those things, they block you. So the best
That
thing
does
is
happen.
to do those transactions from blockchain, don't do them from Zappo. Use your Zappo only when you want to use your card.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you need
Yeah.
10,000 rand to buy something, put that 10,000 rand bitcoins in your Zappo card, use your Zappo card. Don't use your Zappo card for transactions to other platforms.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Use blockchain for that. Yeah, use blockchain for that. Yeah. Yes. Okay, you said you had 2 questions. Sorry.
Okay. Remember the ATM stuff?
Yes.
Are you going to put it to members to own shares?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I think it's a good business, you know? Why is to,
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You think it's a good business?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I sold shares of my Bitcoin ATMs, I could sell them all in one day. I can sell them all in 1 hour, no problem. You know the one thing I don't want to do?
No.
Have anybody lose money. With ATMs, I think you'll lose money. Here's why. You can't do big transaction fees on these things, or people won't use them at all. If you look at the Philippines, there's Bitcoin ATMs in the Philippines, and it would be a complete waste of time for anybody to ever go to where the ATM is, because you have coins.ph. In coins.ph, I can buy Bitcoin, go right across the street to any ATM basically, put in their account number in the cash, hit paid, they go check it, and I got my Bitcoin right there. Next to me, not go to the ATM. If I want to get cash, I can sell, go right over to Cebuana and pick it up for less of a fee than the ATM there is going to charge me. So I can buy and sell Bitcoin so easily, easier than going to a Bitcoin ATM. I think right now, Bitcoin ATMs are good for some places. Good for now. For now. Eventually, it's going to be easy to buy and sell Bitcoin everywhere in the world. It's just not yet. So I think that the Bitcoin ATMs in certain places have a 3, 4, 5 year window, and then they're gone. It just won't be necessary anymore. So I can take your money. You're in. But I don't know you'll ever get your money back. And my goal is to make it where every single person gets back more than they put into Bitcoin Network. And that's one thing, I'd rather just take the loss on it. I'm cool with it. Like, I lost something, it's all right. I learned a lesson. I don't feel like you need to learn a lesson. Is that fair?
Yes.
If it changes where I think it'll be profitable, these guys won't let me keep it for myself. They'll make me sell it. Come on, man, let me in, let me in, let me in. If it's not profitable, that's okay, we don't need that. So, like, the Ethereum mining, they want it. Bitcoin ATM is like, it's all right. All right, good question. Yes, yes.
For Bitcoin, most of the income, does it come from mining or from?
Okay, so if you talk about the passive mining profits, 100% from mining. Has nothing to do with a new person joining. Zero. If no new people join today, okay, I'll give you an example. The website was just down for 3 days. We were mining Bitcoin for 3 days. Just, you couldn't log into your back office, or you couldn't sign up a new person. So people were complaining to me. Not the people that don't have a downline, the people that don't have a downline that just get their mining earnings, they weren't complaining, because they were looking, oh, we hit blocks. I'm still getting paid, even though the website's not up. But the guys that are making 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 a day, Ross, get the website up, I'm not making any money. So new people signing up, the income that comes from that, the comp plan, yes, that comes from the comp plan. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin mining. The Bitcoin mining profits from the mining, 100% from mining, nothing from new people joining. That answer your question?
I do understand the division, but how big of the company, as a big company, does the income more come from mining or from?
We make almost nothing from the mining. It's all the members. Data. We do the service. So we make almost nothing. So, I mean, we make 20%. Here's how we make money. The split is 40, 40, 20 from new people joining. But I said we'd be okay if no new people join. So that 40%, which is the mining, everybody makes repurchases. When you make a repurchase, so we still make 20% on all the repurchases. So we'll always make money, but we make more money from the new people joining. If new people stop joining, then we'd make more from the repurchases, but we just do, like right now it's like 1.5 million in mining, but I don't know what, 5 million from new people joining? So it's just a bigger 20% of new people joining. That's how we are right now. Yes?
I just want to come back with the 60 days and the repurchase. Maybe I didn't get it right. So like I've seen that the full one, you got 50% of repurchase, you can just say the minimum.
Right.
And look at also, I mean, it looks like according to the explanation, if I get it right, means that with the 50%, you bought a Bitcoin machine forever. So,
Well, no, because it's not, I mean, when you say forever, I mean, I'm sure there might be somebody here that has a computer from 1990 in their house. Doesn't mean they're using it. So when you say forever, you gotta understand that it's only so powerful. You could run it forever, but you would end up paying more for electric than what you would get in Bitcoin. So it wouldn't make any sense to. So when you buy a mining contract, we say it's 600 days. And that's what we figure if you bought equipment on your own, and then you sold it, bought more, and took that money and did the most to optimize it, you're still only gonna get about 600 days worth of mining out of it, and then your electric's gonna cost you more than what you're getting. So it makes sense for you to unplug it and just buy Bitcoin at that point. But you're getting repurchases. So every repurchase is more equipment, new equipment, the best equipment. So he's making repurchases. He joined more than a year and a half ago. What he originally paid for is garbage compared to what you're paying for now. That's not fair to you. That's why he has to always keep buying. So he's helping buy the new stuff just like you're buying the new stuff starting right now. It's the only way to make it fair. But because you're kicking in now, he's kicking in now also. You're getting a share, but yours is for 500. He's getting a share, but his might be for $12, $22, whatever it is. So he's getting a 0.009 share, or 0.006, or 0.01, or 0.0124, or 0.5. So he's getting all these little shares where your 500 got you one share right now. Yours has 600 days. All of his, everyone has 600 days. You can never run out.
now looking at the founder,
Same. Yeah.
Perfect. So there's a repurchase already.
This is a founder position. A founder position is 500 pool, 1,000 pool, 2,000 pool. Pool 1, pool 2, pool 3. If you have one of each, that is a founder position.
Yeah.
So there's nothing special about it. It's just, yeah, it's the same.
Can these machines be refurbished like the computers that we have? We can refurbish them, renew them.
Yes and no. There are some where they retrofit. So it's these chips, like the CPUs, that have more and more computing power on a smaller size. So you'll hear 28 nanometer and then 16 nanometer. It's how much computing power can you fit on 28 nanometers or 16 nanometers. The smaller it is, the less energy it takes to run it. So if you take the boards out of the machines of the 28 nanometer machines and put in the 16 nanometer boards into them, yes, you absolutely can do that, but it almost doesn't make sense because the money is these boards with the technology. The fans and the wires and the power supplies and all that kind of stuff, that's the stuff that really gets worn out. So it's better just to get the whole thing new with all new power supplies, new fans, new everything, than to mess with old stuff. Now you got a lot more downtime with people having to replace all those kind of things. Like,
And that machine has to be thrown away. We haven't come up with a use for it.
okay, we sell them. Yeah, because we buy so cheap.
You know?
So we actually sell it for, a lot of times more than what we paid, but we usually get back more than 80% total. So let's say we bought a batch of S5s. By the time we've sold all the S5s, because we've moved on to the S7s, we get back about 80%, maybe a little bit more than 80% of what we originally paid for that. So let's say we mined for 9 months with the S5s. And let's say for a petahash we paid $350,000. And let's say we get back 80%. What's 80% of 350,000? 280,000. So you got 280,000 that we got back. So we lost 70 grand over a 9-month period of time. The electricity was 25,000 a month. So if we lost 70,000 over a 9-month period of time, we lost about 8,000 a month. Plus we paid 25,000 a month. We paid about 32,000 a month to mine Bitcoin with those machines. That's what our cost was. But a petahash, while we were doing that, was making us about 60, 70, 80, 90,000 a month. So it was a good deal doing that. It's just math. It's just math. As difficulty goes up, we just need the electricity cost to go down. So, yes?
If you join in one or two, want to upgrade from them.
You just buy the difference. So if you start with pool 2, then you would just buy pool 1 and pool 3. You already have pool 2. Yeah. You buy the difference. That's it. Okay. So here, go to the store page. So here we go. So you guys can actually see this. It's actually pretty simple. All right. So founder pool. One share of all 3 pools. 1, 1, 1. So if you buy one now, it's fine. You can come back a week later and buy this one, and come back a week later and buy this one. Whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Whenever you have one of each, whenever that happens, you're founder.
Decides for whatever reason that they want to liquidate their position or whatever the case
Right.
is, can it be transferred to somebody else?
Okay, so here's the thing, is that if you look at the sign-up process, we ask you to set up a username and a password and give us an email address to verify. Beyond that, don't really care what name or anything that's attached to it. This isn't like we're sending you money to a bank account where we need to know your name. We just need the wallet address where you want your Bitcoin sent to. So if you do something with somebody and you give them the money for it and they give you the username and the password, so now you can get in, you can change the password, just send an email to support and say, I want to change the username, and you can change the username. Here's the one thing to watch out for, because this happened to Rashina. Guy said, I'll sell my spot. He said, I'll take it. So he gives him the money. He gives him the username and password. Rashina changes the password. The guy had verified his email address already. So he went to the recover password with a verified email address. Got the password re-switched back into his own password, and then sold it to somebody else. So make sure you get the email handle so that doesn't happen. Let's learn from others' experiences. So it's not hard for me to click a button that says unverify. It takes me about 1 second. Really easy. All I gotta do is get it to Hannah. Hannah get it to me. She told you yesterday, she sends me something like that needs to be handled. Really easy, no problem. So yeah, you can do it. Just be careful of the little things like that. People just don't think about, like, until it happens to somebody. They're like, oh, watch out for that. So, yeah.
All right, so we're going to give you a tea break again. I can see that some of you are, yeah, so let's give you tea break.
How long are we going for?
So the kids are already feeling.
We're just getting started.
Come back in 15 minutes, only 15 minutes. Tea break, toilet, everything that you need to do.
Waiting for Sonic to come back, that's okay. Hey, somebody asked me during the break, and we can do a little bit of just generic MLM training also, when you guys want to ask me anything. I've been doing network marketing like 20 years, so I've heard it all, I've seen it all, I've done it all. Most people that quit network marketing, they've been through the crap I've been through in network marketing. But that's okay, it makes me strong. Somebody says about my brother-in-law, something, I want to try and convince him. I can't get my brother to join the Big Club Network. And I've done everything. Even said, I'll pay your $2,000 a week salary to come and work for me half the hours you work. Until you're making that much, I'll cover it. Well, but you have all Bitcoin, price of Bitcoin could go down, this could happen, that could happen. Okay. I mean, he does bricklaying work, chimney sweep, dirty. I'm 45, he's 2 years younger, 43 years old. He's on rooftops every day. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, he has no money. He said his car blew up, he needed a car. So I was like, well, do you want the Chrysler 300 that I gave to our mom? He said, yeah. I said, all right, we'll take her to the Cadillac dealership, buy her Cadillac, she always wanted one. And then you can have the Chrysler 300 that I gave her. So I just bought her a new car and gave him a car that I bought her like 2 years ago. And then he's like, man, mom's not doing well. She's like 88. He's like, she's having a hard time getting up the steps of the house. She wants a ramp built. So we'll build her a ramp. So I mean, I've put like 100,000 in his bank accounts in like the past month and a half so he can help renovate the house. He's doing the work I'm paying for. It's okay. He sends me pictures of him like in like outfits, like having to crawl under the house to, you know. You go do that. See what? I know. So, see, I send him pictures like this. Like when I get to Vietnam and I got people at the airport waiting for me. They were at the airport waiting for me. Or I'll send pictures like, it's kind of important. You just got to get to it. Some pictures like this where we got like huge banners in Korea, got my picture on there and on stage and all that kind of stuff. Or I'll send pictures like, or like this, we're in the middle of the desert. These are all SUVs. That's all Big Club Network people. All those SUVs out forward in the desert, that was fun. So I send them pictures like that. I send them pictures like this. I'm at the pool. Right? I send them pictures like that. Let me see if I can find a picture he sent me. You know. Let's see. There's my mom and him like doing the house renovation. There he is in his nice little suit. Not real happy, right? So when people say, Russ, I want to convince somebody to join. I just went on a yacht also. This guy drives the boat. I stay at a hotel all the time. I need people to cook me food. I need people to check me in. I need people to fly the plane for me to get here. I need people to bring me drinks when I'm by the pool. I need people to do these things for me. Not everybody can be rich in network marketing. It's just not possible. If somebody doesn't want to join, that's okay. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm thankful that my brother's there to help my mom. I feel a little bad for him, but I need somebody to do it, right? I got no problem paying for it. Here, take, you know. So I'm gonna upset if somebody doesn't join. It's not the end of the world. Last night she said, I'm not good at sales. It's hard for me to ask people for money. I said, Sonic, how many people you ever see me ask for money? Nobody. I will never ask nobody for money. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Ever.
You asking us?
You know what? I did not ask for money. I tell people watch the webinar. I show people what's going on. What people do is they come to me saying, Russ, take my money. I don't ask nobody for money. He just came up to me and goes, Russ, can you please help me get signed up? Here's my money. I never came up to him and said, hey, can I have money? Like, I don't do that. I don't need to. Like, seriously, if you just put the opportunity, watch the webinar, watch the webinar, watch the webinar, watch the webinar. Where's Rashani? Shiny in here. There's Rashani. How many personally sponsored people do you have?
100.
About 100. When you started this, did you make a list of 100 people that you planned on sponsoring?
No.
No. How many people did you think I could sponsor in the beginning? Maybe 10? 15? 5?
Yeah.
How did you find 100 people? People are like, I don't know 100 people. How can I find 100 people? I don't know. Figure it out. When I got started in network marketing, I was doing electric work. I had hair down to here, going to heavy metal concerts with my friends. It's a crazy kid, 20-something years old. I get network marketing. I started going to all these guys that are making money going, hey, I got a great opportunity. You got to check it out. They're like, dude, get out of here. Everybody I knew thought I was a stupid young kid, and I was a stupid young kid. But I believed I could do this, and I really liked it, and I was going to make it happen. I was going to figure it out. Back then, there was no Google. There was no YouTube. There was phone books. So I lived in the DC area, and I was like, McLean's a nice area. I'll look up McLean. And I started calling people out of the phone book. Hi, my name is Russ. Got your name as somebody that's interested in business opportunity. Are you still looking for a business opportunity? No, I'm not. Sorry to bother you. Have a great night. Hi, my name is Russ. Heard you looking for a business opportunity. Just want to tell you about a business opportunity. Are you still looking? Why, yes, I am kind of looking for a business opportunity. Great. Have you ever been involved in a home-based business before? Actually, I have. Blah, 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 blah. Just start chit-chatting. I'm not trying to sell. I'm trying to make a friend. Start chit-chat, chit-chat, chit-chat. And I'm like, do you have a fax machine? Why, yes, I do. Awesome business opportunity. Love for you to take a look at it. Can you download fax on demand? Just do this, do. I'll call you back in 10 minutes. Sounds great. Call back in 10 minutes. Did you get it? Great, let's go over it. Explain it in a few minutes. Let me introduce you to my upline. This is my upline. Edify, edify, edify. Say a lot of nice things about my upline. Do a 3-way phone call. Get my upline on the phone. Hey, upline, this is so-and-so. Just met him. He does this, he does this. Great, amazing guy. Blah, blah, blah. This is great business. I think he's going to love it. He pulled the fax on demand. He had a couple questions. Can he answer them? Sure. Now, I've already told him my upline is this amazing guy blowing up this area, did this, making 50 grand a month in network marketing, whatever. Edify, edify, boom, sign them up. Sign people from a phone book. It's not hard. Again, I don't do anything special. I just hear to know more than anybody else. Yeah. This is not, I'm serious, this is not complicated stuff. Just people think, oh, this guy who's on stage with the nice watch and talks so good, oh, he's something I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm a long-haired, heavy metal, headbanging electrician. I'm pretty good at pool also. I will take your money if we gamble. Look, if I took you to Las Vegas and we go to the pool hall with all the guys I play pool with and gamble with, they don't know Russ, the network marketer. They know Russ, the guy with shorts and a t-shirt playing pool. I just don't get those people involved in this world because that's where I go to relax and just do something I like to do. If I go play golf, now there, those people got some money. Pool home, I got no money. The golf course, I'm playing golf. Hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a brain surgeon. Literally, one day I went golfing, guy was a brain surgeon and a rocket scientist. Brain surgeon and a rocket scientist. Yeah. What do you do for a living? It's like, make friends for a living. I do network marketing. Like, oh, tell me about it. I'm like, I have no wish. Like, you're a brain surgeon and a rocket scientist. There you go. You're good. And so it just depends on who you meet, where you meet them. I mean, I've sponsored all sorts of people from the top networkers in the world. And when I say top networkers, I mean like top 5 networkers in the world. My good friend Jason, he's in BitCoin Network, about 7 founder positions. He makes over $1.5 million a month in network marketing. I've sponsored people that have never been in network marketing before. I mean, I was just in Dubai with a guy. He goes, Russ, when I joined BitClub Network, I was playing video games and smoking pot all day. It's like a 23-year-old kid. And he goes, now I'm a pro builder, I'm excited about it. He just actually came to Africa. Where did he go in Africa? Do you remember? Uganda. Where did he go? Uganda. He went to Uganda for 3 weeks. He lives in Austria. Met some contact online in Uganda. They signed up. They're like, come here, I'll put you in front of lots of people. Got on a plane, went to Uganda for 3 weeks. On his own. No help, 23 years old, never been to Africa. Brand new to network marketing. He's like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, people think there's something special. It's really not. It's just who's willing to do it.
Yes.
So, nothing special. All right, let's get back to some training stuff. Some more questions. Anything else we can cover right now that anybody's confused about, wants to know about? Yes.
Russ, just I don't know if you're still going to go there on the enroll.
I can.
Yeah, but there's a challenge that I experienced when I started, that I would enroll people, and then what they would do, they would just pay their membership.
Right.
$99.
Are you the guy that sent me the thing?
No, it's not.
It's a different guy? I don't know. Okay, so they paid it $99, yes.
Yeah, they pay $99.
Right.
And then the system
Right.
allows them
To sign somebody
to
else.
sign somebody else.
Yeah, I know.
And they're not yet
Correct.
in any of them.
Correct.
So there's issues with commissions.
Yes, there is.
And so on,
Absolutely.
because they're not active in the business.
Correct.
And I think I've got two people,
Gotcha. Let me explain what's going on there, by the way. All right, so in the binary, they're there, but we're talking about the level of commissions. All right, so if you're in the level up and you sponsor somebody to get a spot in the level up under you, they have to get at least pool 1, minimum. They could get pool 2 and pool 3, but they have to get at least pool 1, at least. If you sign somebody up for 99, you can put them in binary, but they don't go in the level up because you have to pay the 500 to go in the level up. So if they're in for 99, now they can sponsor somebody. That person can go in the binary, but now that person buys a pool. But their sponsor's not in the level up. So there's nobody to attach them to. So it's just there, attached to nothing, because there's nothing to attach it to. Once that person pays the 500, then they will go in the level up, and that person will have somewhere to attach to. But until they do that, there's nothing to attach to. So, if this is cut off, because this guy is just in for 99, this guy's in for $5.99, it's cut off here, because this guy's not here yet. Just wherever, but he's not in the level, he's not allowed in yet. So now this guy, hypothetically, could sign up a ton of people and build a huge downline. But if this guy can't attach to him, then these people can't attach to him. There's nothing to attach to. So it's just there. There's two solutions. Solution one, get this guy to upgrade. Solution two is we take this person and sponsor it direct to that guy. I don't like doing that. I feel bad about that happening, but we can't let a whole downline be built for nothing and nobody get paid. So that's kind of the dilemma. But I mean, just think like a computer. Don't think like a person where it's, oh, well, if they're not in, just roll the commissions up. Computers don't think that way. Computers have to actually attach to something. So that's the issue with that. So that's our two solutions. And generally, we'll be very sympathetic to the situation and say, what do you guys want to figure out? And then, we'll do it. So, yes?
So if, especially that you might find that people cannot afford, but because they are hard workers, they
Right.
won't be to attach
All right.
after the commission.
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. It was a long time ago, about 15 years ago. I was still pretty new to network marketing. And I was starting to have some success. Some success at building downlines, just no success in the companies actually paying me. New company would start, sounded really good. I put 500 people in the deal, and we're getting paid, and we never get paid. And I go to the next deal. For like 6 months this happened to me. Most people, I don't know how they would have kept going on, but I was living at home with my mom in my early 20s. Can I have $5 for gas, please? Like, I was going to make this work, whatever it took. And I built downlines and I wouldn't get paid, and I built a downline and I wouldn't get paid, and I built a downline and I wouldn't get paid. And then I found a company, it was a 20-year-old nutritional company. They'd only been in network marketing for like 2 years. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about the comp plan, I didn't care about the products, I didn't care about nothing except getting paid. And I found something that, and the way the guy got me, he goes, Russ, you can join this company free. Let me show you how easy it is. So he calls up the 800 number and he gets me signed up. I'm like, oh, that's pretty easy. And he's like, let me send you a sample of the product. So he sends me a sample of the product, tasted good, it was good, felt like I had some energy. He was like, all right, I don't care about all that, I care about getting paid. 20-year-old, he's like, I'll fly you to the company so you can meet him. It's like, perfect. So I go to the company, everything looks great, I think it's awesome. I changed the name on that position that he got me to put in to my mom's name, and I signed up under my mom. She's still on auto ship for that company, and she still makes more every month than what her auto ship is. And that was her only way. So that's 15, 16, 17 years of residual income from that deal that my mom's got. And I sold my position 12 years ago, 13 years ago. All right, so I had no money. Go to California. There was a girl I'd kind of been dating that was in California. She wanted to join. She's like, look, just stay here, we'll work the business together. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. So I stayed in California. We started cranking the business together. I got no money. Like, I got no money. I was in for 30 days. It's almost the last day of the month. You don't get paid if you don't have an order in. I call my upload, not my sponsor because he was a dummy. I called his sponsor. I said, hey Brad, how you doing? He said, I'm doing great. You are awesome. I said, thank you. I said, have you seen what I've done? He goes, dude, you broke the company record. I did, I broke the company record, hit platinum. Fastest I did was 3 months, I did it in 1 month. And I said, did you notice I don't have an order? And he goes, no, I didn't. I said, man, I got no money. Can you cover my auto ship? What do you think he said? He said, no problem. I got you covered. I'll cover your auto ship forever. You're awesome. If there's anybody, I don't care who they are, they ain't got no money and they go to work, they sign up for $99 and they come in here just freaking blasted on fire, you get somebody in touch with me, I got their back. People gave me opportunity and I freaking earned it. And anybody that's earned it, I got it. No problem. So, I mean, again, I was a long-haired electrician. I'm not some college, I forgot, high school dropout. I'm not some, yeah, I'm not. Seriously, I dropped out of the 10th grade when I was 19. I dropped out of the 10th grade when I was 19.
Okay, we were actually discussing that earlier on, and I just want to give you a little background on why this came up.
About how I'm not smart? I'm just kidding.
I'm originally from Boston. We, in both countries, there's high level of unemployment. I mean, degree holders are roaming the streets. And some of them are actually computer literate.
Yep.
So if you actually get them to understand this and to understand what Bitcoin is, will be a brainer.
Right.
So you will find that these will be the drivers of the network. They will bring in the numbers, but they wouldn't necessarily have the 99 or the 500 to pay out to open the shares.
I can't help them with, I can't help with the 99.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No, the 99 is the base, yes, the 99, but then they can buy the 500.
Look, if somebody's in for the 99,
Yeah.
if somebody's in for the 99 and they're cranking, what I mean by is I can put the 500 on there, like if they're building, I can just put a minus 500 on their account.
Yeah.
So all the commissions are gonna go.
Yeah.
I can do that anytime, that's not a problem. But I can't, hey Russ, I got a good guy, put him in 999.
They got to do themselves.
Got to have some kind of skin in the game. If it's not money, it's work.
Yes.
So, yeah, I got to, whatever, I'm easy. Yeah, we're good.
So actually you're saying, you will take from the commission, if you see somebody running with $100.
If I see somebody that's only in for the 99,
Yes.
it would probably be more like Rashimi, because Rashimi really works really closely with Hannah on everything here. It'd be Rashimi going, hey Russ, there's this guy, he's cranking, he doesn't have the money, he's doing really, really, really awesome. Can you put him in there and just put a minus on his account?
Yeah.
Sure, no problem. But literally, I put the minus, like I put him in, I put the minus, it's probably paid off in 1 second, and then it's commissions. So yeah, it's not a problem. I mean, that's,
It's a big lot of them.
Sorry, can I say something?
I hope there's 100 of them. No problem. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say something. I mean, yes, this is great. I know this is going to cause a little chaos later on, and I don't want this to be. Let me clear it for you. I'm from Ethiopia, okay? And the first company that I joined, our product was watches, luxury watch, which was $600, okay? And that company grew to 80,000 people in just 2 years. And this is in Ethiopia. So, what I'm saying is, I know $600 is a lot, but it really is about how you tell the people. So think of like, what kind of business can you start with $600? It's not about the product, it's not about the mining, but we're looking for people who can start a business with $600. But there will be exception, yes. And only that we will accept that. You will tell me, I'll tell Roshamini, we will figure it out and see, report it and see what we can do. But that shouldn't be something that you should keep in your mind and then, it becomes difficult. Because if you go with the mindset that I'm going to register with $99 and go into everybody is going to be exactly the same. So let that be the last option. But trust me, $600 is not a lot. We did it in Ethiopia. Farmers who have no communication with anything. The watches, they never seen it. The product doesn't even come to the country for that matter. 80,000 people signed up paying $600 and more. So it's possible.
All right, so next question. All right, I'm forgetting to cover. I've covered basically everything, right? Yeah, let's cover the binary tree. Yeah. I cannot hear you. Placing people.
Do you always place on the outside? Place the inside? And what are the...
That depends on you. Me personally, I would always do just bottom left or bottom right, just go. Let's say I had some guys that were doing really good. Oh, I'll use an example. I got a guy, was it Desinex? In Malaysia, Desinex? Dinesh. I got a guy, Dinesh, that I signed up in Malaysia. But I wanted him to work with these guys. So I said, I'll place him on your guys' binary, wherever you want me to place him. Just tell me where, and I'll do that for you, because I want you to work with him. I don't have time. They're there, so team them up, right? So you can put people wherever you want. So if there's a situation like that, you can do that, but generally you want to either do whatever your small leg is, build just bottom, go. Okay. Keep something. All right, so in the binary, for placing, when you sign somebody up, everybody goes in your holding tank. They don't actually get placed until you place them. You have to place them. Oh, you got to follow back in.
Just also run how do we sound up people that we don't have an open country like America? What we do.
Well, okay, so turn off the camera. Turn off the camera. All right, so which one's this? Position is that? My team?
This.
Is a different one? And I need you to go to an account that has $99 in BitCoin. I gotta put a guy in it.
$99.
Yeah. He just gave me the cash. I guess I could go to my back office. I just don't want to scare him.
Only $99 account?
Here, this is your name. Marnie. You don't, what? No. You're gonna upgrade. I can log into my account. I'll be log into mine. Oh my God, how many? Those are all his positions. He doesn't have that many positions. He's helping out people in his downline. Alright. Yes, pay it forward. Oh, also, what's the best way for buying Bitcoin here? Is it BitX?
Altcoin traders.
Altcoin traders? Somebody was asking me earlier, so altcoin traders. Alright, so, real quick, we're going to binary real quick. Alright, so you can see on here your last cycle, so how many credits, like how many you have built up. Like we talk about spillover, right?
Yeah.
I gave Sonic a little bit of spillover. And, alright, so go down a little bit. So placing, you just click where you want to place somebody. Click on it, put add new member, so you can place it wherever you want. It's real simple. All right, so let's go to pay it forward. Pay it forward. So username MARNIDS. MARNIDS. 99. Pay this invoice. Boom. All right, done. All right, so go over to your wallet real quick and open your Bitcoin wallet.
My wallet.
Yeah, open your Bitcoin wallet. But you got to go to your wallet there too. All right, so how much Bitcoin was that? You just paid 0.15325. All right, so I'll do send. All right, we're gonna do point 15325. 15325. Oh. Done. See how easy Bitcoin is? I gave him, well, he gave me cash, 99. He used the Bitcoin in his back office, and I just gave him his Bitcoin back. But we could do that anywhere in the world. So imagine we had to do that with a bank, or even with PayPal, or Western Union. Bitcoin, I'm sorry. Oh. Did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Oh, no, it should be there. It's in the sent? I don't know if it's sent or not. Let me do it again. Oh, here we go. I don't think it's sent before.
Just put 1.5.
Oh, it's already gone. Sorry. Yeah, you got it. Yes, and I have it already. All right. Easy. All right, so any questions about anything? Using Bitcoin? Yes.
If you've got a person above you in the binary,
Yes.
they decide to leave, what happens to you?
Decide to leave?
You leave the network for whatever reason. Whether they die or whatever.
Nothing? Is it Intel? No one can leave. They're not allowed. If somebody dies, that position's still there. Hopefully they left the information for one of their relatives. If that happens, if somebody dies, I don't want anybody to die, but if somebody dies and their families gets in touch with their upline and says, hey, so-and-so died, can we get the Big Club Network position transferred over to us? Just, it's the info, it's not a problem. I mean,
You need a death certificate?
I don't need that. Look,
You need a death certificate?
no,
To prove.
no. Look, I don't need nothing. Here's what you gotta understand. We're just a club of friends.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you exactly what Big Club Network is. All right, this is exactly what Big Club Network is. Let's say there's 10 of us that are going to do Bitcoin mining. We got one friend out of the 10 that says, look, man, I'm a programmer. I can do this. I know I can do this Bitcoin mining. I need the money for buying this equipment. I don't have the money. If you guys give me the money, I'll give the equipment, I'll mine the Bitcoin, and we'll split the Bitcoin up. And we say, no problem. Here's the money. So there's 10 of us. We're a club. Split up the Bitcoin that we're mining. That's all Big Club Network is, except for we're just doing it bigger. There's no difference. We're just a group of friends mining some Bitcoin. So if we were just 10 people mining some Bitcoin, what are the tax liabilities for mining that Bitcoin anywhere in the world? None. There's no government that says, if you mine 25 Bitcoin, you owe us one.
But are they gonna find a way of doing that? Are they gonna find a way?
So let's think about that. Let's think about all these governments around the world. Let's think about these governments around the world, right? They all want to make their little piece. That's why we got crazy Donald Trump. Probably going to be the president of the United States.
Oh, no, scary thought.
It's not actually. Here's why. He's not a politician. What's a politician's job? Win elections. That's their job. Yeah, the guys who are good at winning elections are politicians for a long time. And I've always said for years and years and years, don't complain how things are. You keep electing the same people over and over again. So if there were 3 non-politicians in the race, he'd probably be in 3rd place. But because he's the only one, there he is. People are fed up. That's why this is going on. He even started Trump coin. Wow. He started Trump coin. Yeah. He knows about it. You want to see Bitcoin really take off? Let Donald Trump get elected. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It could happen. I mean, that or Hillary. Great, let's get a woman president, just not that woman. It's kind of the same on the other side, where it's like, let's get a non-politician in there, but just not that one. Like, he's a billionaire, he doesn't need anybody's money. He's not there for the money.
He's a billionaire, but he's a clown.
He's crazy. He's crazy. I mean, it's just not all there. I mean, he hasn't got to where he is because he's stupid, though. And one thing that Donald Trump will want to do is relax. So what he will do is he'll get a lot of really smart people that are good at a lot of really good things. They'll be the people doing everything. It won't be him. Yeah. He's a billionaire. He wants to fly around the world and have fun. He doesn't want to be in an office working every day. I mean, presidents, you give up your life, basically.
So the chance of the government's actually trying to get them.
Oh, back to what I was saying. Okay, so governments. If we look at the stock market, a small market cap stock is more than 10 billion. Not a large market cap. The U.S. government puts the yearly budget like from $4 trillion, $5 trillion. 9 billion is like nothing in there. When they see Bitcoin, they're like, okay, how can we skim some money out of it? Like, well, there's nothing there to skim. Like, there's nothing there. By the time Bitcoin becomes $1 trillion market cap, too late. They can't break into it. So right now it's kind of a waste of their time. They can use their time working on other things like oil and gas and this and that to try and get their cash out. There's no money in Bitcoin right now. But by the time there is money in Bitcoin, it's locked down. They don't realize that.
Unless they regulate.
I want regulation. I want regulation. If a Bitcoin wallet is going to hold my money, I want somebody to keep an eye on them and make sure my money's safe. I got no problem with regulation. You cannot regulate what I just did with him. It's not possible. Explain to me how you can regulate that. How do you regulate that? You cannot regulate that. That's what Bitcoin is. You're doing that. It's just like sending an email.
Russ, you don't think that they could regulate the people who, for example, like outcome trader and these people simply saying,
yes,
anyone who holds a Bitcoin account,
yes,
we want to know about it. How much do they make? You must tax them.
No. No. Yeah. It's a great question what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm not a politician, Pablo.
That's okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. The vice president of Kenya is a member of BitCoin Network.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So we do have politicians, huh? And in Guam, we have a senator, a U.S. senator in BitCoin Network. We have a governor
in Nigeria
in BitCoin Network. We got 4-star general from the U.S. in BitCoin Network. So we do have some high people. Okay, so we got fiat and we got cryptocurrency. So if you're looking at an exchange and you have an account and they are holding fiat money for you and they're holding cryptocurrency for you. Now they can have 10 different cryptocurrencies for you, they could have 10 different fiat currencies for you, doesn't matter. Generally, if you're putting cash into the exchange, they don't care about your, I mean, they want to know who you are, but they don't really care that much about who you are. If you put BitCoin in, they don't care nothing. So this, you need some info, but not a lot. If you want to take Bitcoin out, they don't need no info. If you want to take cash out, now it depends on how much. Now you're going to have limits, and you want to start making those limits bigger and bigger and bigger. They want more and more and more and more and more and more info. So, as long as you're not taking cash out, large amounts of cash out, you're safe. If you're pulling large amounts of Bitcoin out, no problem. No problem.
I guess what you're saying is because Bitcoin is not really, it's not a reserve currency, it doesn't affect anybody, why would there be concern?
I'm going to explain to you what Bitcoin is. I'm going to explain to you what Bitcoin is. Not what you think it is, what it is. Go to blockchain. This is where governments are really confused on what they can possibly do. This is every transaction happening in Bitcoin right now. This is Bitcoin. This is the blockchain. This is blockchain technology. All it is an entry in a database. I have something, I sent to him. He has something, he sent to there. They have something, they sent to there. All it is, we're just keeping track of something. If they can tax a transaction, not a transaction, if they can tax an entry in a database, then they should be able to tax every entry in every database. So if you type in a line on an Excel spreadsheet, tax you. How's that work? That's all this is. It's just an entry in a database. It's all it is. There's nothing else to it. It goes back to what's the core of money. Most people don't understand money. I didn't either until I started learning this stuff. Let's talk about money for a minute. 25,000 years ago, there was no money. None. I'm out here, I kill something, I'm chopping it up, and you come walking by and say, let me get some meat. No problem, here you go. We got to remember, you owe me something. Later, I'm walking by your place, and you have gone and gotten all these big trees, and you're chopping up firewood, and I say, man, let me get some firewood. You say, no problem. We got to remember, we're even now. Not hard for a couple friends, but a whole village of people could get a little complicated. So one day, who knows when, who knows where, somebody's chopping something up, somebody says, let me get some meat. No problem, here's some beads. Beads, I don't want any beads. It's not about the beads, it's about keeping track. I owe you something. So now we can do it where you gave me beads, but I can give beads to that person, and now we got keeping track. And eventually it kind of moved into lots of different forms of money until we got to gold. And gold, it's rare, it doesn't corrode, it can be divisible into little small units, you can carry it, all these different things. Money can't be leaves because you'd be rich in the summertime and very poor in the winter. Everybody would. So it has to be something that's rare, can't really duplicate easily. And that's why gold became that kind of standard. But then gold became kind of too heavy to carry around. So the governments, who are our friends, said, let us help you out there. How about we hold the gold? We'll give you some paper. And if you want your gold, you can come get it. And then later they went, do we really got to give them the gold? Let's just keep the gold and keep the paper. So then turned where it was like, all right, gold's ours, paper's yours. And that's where we are today. It's just paper. That's all it is. But the whole essence is that it's a ledger. I did something, so I have this that's an in-between, because I have a glass of water. You want my water, I want a laptop. Well, that's not a fair trade. You can't trade in a glass of water for a laptop. So we gotta have kind of a middle thing. It's where it's like, okay, I can do a transaction where he's getting a glass of water's worth of money from me, where I'm giving him a laptop's worth of money to him. So we have that middle kind of thing. So in essence, right now, you could say the only money is the US dollar. Because everybody will trade whatever currency or whatever thing for US dollar, but you have people in Sweden that don't want rand, and people here that don't want Hong Kong dollars, but everybody will be like, oh, USD, no problem. We can do that.
Yes.
So really, that's the only real, if you want to say, form of money right now. But people are starting to trust it less and less and less. So eventually, it could be to where BitCoin would be the one that's everything is traded in between. But in essence, money is just a ledger, keeping track. And so Bitcoin is called the public ledger. It's just a ledger, we're keeping track. But instead of we're keeping track in our pocket, we're keeping track here. That's it. So it's like, for me, it's like this. This is what I think Bitcoin is. It's this right here. You got gold, fiat currency, and the internet. Fiat currency I can hand you. We can go do transactions, we can do commerce with it right now. Gold, store value. Can't do commerce with it. Can't go to Starbucks, get a cup of coffee and be like, here, just take your little piece of gold and get a cup of coffee. Can't do that. It's just a store of value. Go to foldapp.com. Foldapp.com. So gold, store value. Cash, we can do transactions in commerce.
Yeah.
And the internet is digital. So it's kind of like a mix of all three. So FoldApp, spend a Bitcoin, spend Bitcoin at Starbucks and save 5%. 5%, it was 20%. It was 20%. I think so many people are using it. What they do, let's say somebody doesn't like Starbucks and they get a gift card for $100 for their birthday and they just want to get cash. They can go and sell it for like $60 to this company. So they get $60 cash, they'll get the card, but then they give a discount if you buy with Bitcoin, and then they make a little bit of spread on it also. So they make a profit and you get a discount. But I think so much has been sold on here, they're running out, so they're giving less discount. I think is probably what's happening now. But it's real simple, you just click load Bitcoin. Like literally, you can do this live on your phone. Click load Bitcoin. You know on your phone, if there's multiple apps that will work for something you're trying to do, it'll bring up all your wallets, you pick what wallet you want, it opens your wallet, put your password in, it'll already have the information loaded, how much Bitcoin, what wallet address to send to, you just hit send. 2 seconds later, this comes back, and it's already filled with all those numbers. You order your coffee, hold it, they scan it, boop, for a gift card, you're paid. You saved, was 20%, but 5% now. So now, you're waiting for your coffee. And it says, send me my change. You just copy your wallet address, paste your wallet address in there, hit send, and now your change comes back. You're done. It's that simple. When it was 20%, I was reading about people in the US sitting at Starbucks and say, save 10% right now, ask me how. And so they were saving 20%. They're like, here's what I'll do. Let's go, we'll order. I'll pay the full amount for you. You just give me the money. Like, I'll do it right in front of you. You just give me the money minus 10%. I'll pay the bill, you only pay 90% of the bill, I'll pay the other 10% of the bill. So I go, okay. They go up. They do that. He goes, there's the bill, 90%. You owe me this much? Cool. He goes, gift card? Cool. He saved 20%. You make 10% of the transaction. Done. It's like, well, how'd you do that? Like, well, they got to put me out of business now, you know? But there's people that were doing that in the U.S. and making 10%. I mean, yeah.
So, but the essence of the value of Bitcoin, is it not the fact that there will be a limited amount eventually up to 21?
Absolutely. That's why
Yeah.
people take it serious.
Yeah.
Because it's not like USD or whatever, where it's like, hey, send us another trillion.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is set. This is open source. This is no guessing. We know. It's done. We know. So that's kind of how I see Bitcoin. But again, it's just over time, it started out as nothing, and then just slowly, people that understand the coding and the math of it were like, this is huge, this could be huge, this could be huge. And now just the masses are going, wow, like, I can use it everywhere. I can save money with it. It's quicker, it's cheaper, it's the new technology for money. And the more companies that accept it, the more people are going to use it. The more people are going to use it, the more companies are going to accept it. I mean, I think it's...
Is it not going to keep the banks out of business?
Well, I mean,
One day.
I mean, how many people sell wagon wheels? How many people sell record players?
Yeah.
Now, also you can think of AT&T. AT&T in America. AT&T was one company, then they deregulated it, they came into the baby bells, which were the baby ones, then you had 300 other telecom companies, because anybody can do it now. So then you got companies like Sprint, they started through network marketing, people don't know that. You got MCI, that went into Amway, they became number 3 overnight, or number 2 overnight, going into Amway. You got Quest, which was around for a while through ACN. You have Excel, who was their own telecom company. But it used to be controlled by one. Then it went, now, AT&T, how much money do they make from selling long distance? Almost nothing. Cell phones, internet. So banks, that's why they're like trying to figure out how do we use this technology so that we can stay around. So I think where banks are going to try to do stuff is more of, let us protect you. We'll hold it for you so you can't get robbed, right? But that's what they do now, but they're robbing us.
Yes.
So I don't know that there's going to be solutions for banks because they've kind of ground us down to where we're like, yeah, screw you guys. We'll see. Yes?
Well, actually, one of the banks in South Africa, Standard Bank, they're currently piloting or testing their own system, Bitcoin. They're testing how they because they also realize that it's either they join or they just die.
Right. Here's the problem. Here's the problem for a bank. So if this is money, what we're used to, or Bitcoin, Bitcoin is distributed, decentralized, not controlled, open source. So a bank could say, oh, well, we have branches in 100 places. We're going to have a node at all of our branches so no one could blow it up. Nobody could hack it. Nobody could do whatever, but they still control it. If they own all the nodes, they own it all. In Bitcoin, we call that a 51% attack. If they own 100%, they can do whatever they want to do. They control it. Again, I think we're all kind of tired of being controlled. So that's the whole thing about banks are trying. I just don't know how well they're going to be able to convince people of trust us.
Yes.
So we'll see. Look, Bank of America, already has like 25 blockchain patents. All the banks, all of them have a Bitcoin department right now, trying to figure it out. It's, no one bank is like ahead, they're all trying to figure it out. I mean, there's one in Europe, I forget the name of it, but you can actually go to the bank and there are charities that have accounts there at the bank, and you can pay with Bitcoin at the bank to make a donation into their bank account. So that bank will take Bitcoin, but then put cash into their bank account. So there is one bank, yes, there is a bank right now in Europe, I just forget which one, a bit like Barclays, I think it's Barclays actually. Yeah, yes.
UBS.
Just a little bit ahead, the insurance company selling you insurance policy, life policy. You could actually then go away from insurance companies totally, get Bitcoin, and it can be valued at more than what the insurance companies can give you.
Yeah, see, so that's the whole thing about blockchain technology. There are thousands, tens of thousands of developers right now coming up with ideas like that. So a guy that actually says he's Satoshi Nakamoto, and I believe him, this guy named Dr. Craig Wright, he's Australian, and I believe it. So I saw an interview, actually it was a panel he was on, like a bunch of Bitcoin guys on the panel, and he started talking about things that I never thought of, where it's like, well, we have to have governments for this, we have to have governments for that. And he's like, no, we don't. Like, what about roads? He goes, okay, well, why can't we have private roads? And if I want to charge this much Bitcoin to be on my road, I'll get a lot of people. And if you want to charge that much Bitcoin to be on your road, you'll get less people, you'll have less traffic. So if I got no traffic and I'm cheaper, they're going to come this way. Everybody has a choice. But if I got traffic jams over here, they're going to pay more to come this direction. Like, and he's talking about just a little application like that to privatize roads. But you can privatize anything where, I mean, we're not talking about huge amounts of money to, you know, we already pay tolls like all over the world for toll booths. So it's the same kind of thing. So you can have unlimited things done with blockchain that can replace any kind of government or law firm or, I don't even know, anything literally. And then you start talking about the DAO. Most people don't understand the DAO. The DAO is another whole new level of concept.
What does that acronym stand for us? Distributed?
I have no idea. No clue. It's attached to Ethereum. So you have Ethereum, and it's really easy to stack things onto Ethereum, onto that platform. So there's people that have ideas. So what we're used to is a company would have a CEO, CFO, whatever, and then a board of directors. The board of directors are the ones who are really in control. So it's like CoinPay has a CEO. So people were asking, well, so she can do whatever she wants. Well, I pay her paycheck. So not really. I'm the board of directors. Well, it's not just me, a couple other people. But it's the board of directors. So what the DAO does, and the board of directors are usually the people that put the money up for the company. That's why a publicly traded company, you have votes. You're part of the board, basically, if you're part of a publicly traded company. So the DAO is kind of separate. And the way so go back to just Bitters where it has the list of all of them. So the DAO said, okay, we are going to create the DAO coin depending on how much Ethereum people give us. And we're going to give this much DAO for 1 Ethereum for 14 days. Then it was 100 DAO for 1 Ethereum for 14 days. Then it was 100 DAO for 1.4 Ethereum, and every day it went from 1.4, 1.45, 1.5, 1.55, 1.6, 1.65. For another 10 days or whatever, and then like the last 4 days, it was 2 Ethereum would get you 100 DAO. That was it. They raised $150 million worth of Ethereum into DAO. So now that Ethereum's gone from Ethereum, and now it's DAO instead. So, look on the list, just a list. No, just pictures, just click on Bittrex, just the name Bittrex. Right here, yeah, right there, it says Bittrex. Right here, Bittrex. Click on Bittrex. That'll bring up the list of everything. All right, so here's how it works. Somebody comes up with a really good idea to go into Ethereum. The whole thing's laid out. So you can see on here Ethereum, and here's the DAO. So, and again, you see all these things going down. They're really not going down, just Bitcoin's going up. All right, so somebody comes with a really good idea. So they submit that idea to the DAO. Now, I don't know if it's the DAO or the DAO. I've just been saying the DAO. So somebody submits their idea to the DAO. They say, okay, they want to raise this much in funding. They need $1 million in funding to do all of this stuff. There's 150 million. So it's put to a vote. So if I have 10,000 DAOs, he has 100,000 DAOs, she has 1 million DAOs, whatever, my votes count for my DAOs. And I say, yes, let's give them 1 million. And everybody votes. And if we collectively vote to yes, let's give them 1 million, now we own whatever percent of this. Everything that's going to happen in this business, it's a DAO business now. It's a decentralized business. All of us vote on all decisions. We are the board together. And it's as simple as, here's all the voting things for the DAO this week, and we just go in and click yes, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, yes. And literally as a whole, worldwide, we control these different entities that are part of the DAO. So it's a way to fund businesses and own businesses all separate, but it all overlies on the Ethereum network. It's crazy confusing and a whole new idea that there's never been anything like this before. And this is so early, one of the first ideas in cryptocurrency. It's just beginning. Think about somebody coming up with the idea, the concept of Bitcoin, of cryptocurrency, when the internet was first starting, in the very, very, very beginning. That's where we are with cryptocurrency. This is still the minute, early beginning. Ideas like this that come up 10 years from now could just be way crazy. Who knows? So, but that's how the DAO works. So, I bought some of it, a bunch of people bought some of it. We'll see. I mean, if people want to really be part of this, if these businesses that the DAO funds and manages start all of a sudden become very, very, very profitable, it could be a $50 billion entity. Nobody knows. Yeah, so we keep our eye out for everything. So, yes?
I'm curious to know what is the problem in America.
Oh, okay, yeah, somebody asked that earlier. Okay, yeah, there's no problem in America. So what's the problem in America? Okay, well I guess the easy answer would be a lot. That's why I'm not there. I mean, really, it's just, I go some places the speeding ticket's like $5 or $10, in America's like $500. It's just ridiculous. It's just taxes on top of taxes on top of taxes on top of taxes, and regulations, and everybody there feels like it's a controlled police state now. You guys probably see this, oh, beautiful, free America. No. A buddy of mine said Bitcoin Network, he has a gambling website. You go to it, if you're in America, and it says, sorry, what you heard was incorrect. America is not free, and you are not allowed to come into this website because you live in America. So taxes and regulations and this and that and blah, 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 blah. So, do we have a problem in America with BitClub Network? No, we do not.